Ever wondered why some people seem to breeze through life while others struggle? Could it be all in the mind? You see, the power of mindset is a fascinating concept. It's like the unseen force that shapes our perception of the world around us. A negative mindset is like a pair of tinted glasses, painting everything in dull, discouraging hues. It makes mountains out of molehills and sees failure in every challenge. On the flip side, a positive mindset is like a bright, sunny day. It illuminates possibilities, encourages effort, and finds a silver lining in every cloud. It's the difference between seeing a stumbling block or a stepping stone. And it's this mindset that often paves the way to success, whether it's in your personal life or your professional journey. So the key question is, can changing your mindset really transform your life? Meet Joe. Joe was a classic case of a glass half empty kind of guy. He was the person who always found the cloud in every silver lining. Life for Joe was a series of unfortunate events. It was as if he was stuck in a never-ending loop of negativity. His life was a struggle, a series of disappointments and missed opportunities. Joe was stuck in a job he didn't like, with a boss who didn't appreciate him. His personal life wasn't any better. He didn't have many friends, and his relationships were strained. He was unhappy, dissatisfied, and felt stuck. Then one day, a friend introduced him to a book on positive thinking. Intrigued yet skeptical, Joe decided to give it a read. It was the first step towards a transformation that he didn't even realize he needed. Joe started to understand that his mindset was the only thing holding him back. He realized that his negative outlook was not a reflection of his reality, but a creation of his own thoughts. He was the artist of his own life, and he was painting a rather bleak picture. So, he decided to change. He started to consciously replace his negative thoughts with positive ones. He began to look at the world not as a theatre of despair, but as a stage of endless possibilities. He started to see the glass as half full rather than half empty. It wasn't an overnight change, it was a journey filled with small steps of progress and occasional setbacks. But Joe was persistent. He was committed to changing his life, one thought at a time, and slowly his world began to change. His job didn't seem so bad anymore. His relationships improved. He made new friends. He found joy in little things. He felt happier, more content. He felt alive. And just like that, Joe's life took a turn, all because he decided to look at the world from a different lens. Now, you might be wondering, how did Joe manage to change his mindset? Well, it's not as if Joe found a magic lamp with a genie that granted him 3 wishes, and he simply wished for a new mindset. No. It's a bit more complicated than that, but still entirely doable. First and foremost, Joe became self-aware. He took a long, hard look at his thought patterns and realized that his negative mindset was holding him back. It's like he was a hamster stuck in a wheel, running furiously but not getting anywhere. It's a bit grim, isn't it? But that's the reality for many of us until we become aware of our self-defeating thoughts. So, what did Joe do next? He started using positive affirmations. Now, this isn't about lying to oneself. Joe didn't wake up one day and start telling himself that he was a unicorn. That would be absurd and, quite frankly, a bit concerning. Instead, he started telling himself things that were positive but also true. He reminded himself of his strengths, his accomplishments, and his potential. Every morning he would look at himself in the mirror and say, "Joe, you're a hard worker, you're capable, you're resilient." And over time, he started to believe these affirmations. He started to see himself differently. But affirmations alone aren't enough. Joe also put in consistent effort to change his mindset. He understood that change doesn't happen overnight. It's like planting a seed. You can't just plant it and expect a tree the next day. You have to water it, make sure it gets sunlight, and be patient. Similarly, Joe worked on his mindset every single day. He encountered setbacks, of course, but instead of letting them discourage him, he used them as learning opportunities. He was like a phoenix, rising from the ashes every time he failed. Changing one's mindset isn't a magic trick. It's a process, and it's entirely in your hands. So what happened after Joe changed his mindset? Well, it was as if Joe had put on a pair of glasses that made the world look different, brighter and more full of opportunity. A positive mindset didn't just change his life, it transformed it. It was as if he'd been handed a new set of tools to navigate his world with. In his career, Joe found that his positive mindset was an asset. He began to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. He started taking risks, stepping out of his comfort zone, and found that he was capable of more than he ever thought possible. His career took off like a rocket, not because of luck or chance, but because he believed he could achieve his goals and worked relentlessly towards them. In his relationships, Joe became more patient and empathetic. He began to see the best in people, appreciating their unique qualities and quirks. His relationships flourished both personally and professionally, as he became a more understanding and supportive friend, partner and colleague. When it came to his health, Joe started treating his body with respect. He recognized the importance of a balanced diet, regular exercise and sufficient rest. He began to see his health as an investment in his future, not a chore or a burden. His energy levels soared and he felt better than he had in years, but it wasn't just these tangible areas of his life that saw improvement. Joe's overall outlook on life shifted. He started to see the beauty in the everyday, the joy in the ordinary. He woke up each morning with a sense of purpose and went to bed each night with a sense of fulfillment. Joe's story is not unique, nor is it a fairy tale. It's a testament to the power of a positive mindset. It's proof that changing your mindset can change your life. Everything begins in the mind, after all. If you can change the way you think, you can change the way you live. Joe's story is proof that a shift in mindset can be the catalyst for a life of success and fulfillment. So, are you ready to change your mindset, just like Joe did? It's a monumental journey, but every great journey begins with a single step. The first step here is to acknowledge that change is needed. Once you've done that, start each day with a positive affirmation. Something as simple as "today will be a good day" can set the tone for your mindset. Next, practice gratitude. It's about finding and appreciating the silver linings, even in the stormiest of clouds. Then, surround yourself with positivity. Choose to spend time with people who uplift you. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch videos, anything that inspires you to think positively. Finally, remember that change doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself. You're not just changing a habit, you're changing a way of life. And when the going gets tough, remember why you started. Remember your goals, your dreams, and the kind of life you want to live. Remember, your mindset is the paintbrush of your life's canvas. It's time to create a masterpiece.